Hello, we're MossCharmly. And on today's episode, we're going to talk about iPads versus the Huion Tablet 4K 24-inch Kamvas Pro.
Yes.
Here we go.
Okay. And I just want to get this out of the way. An iPad and Huion Tablet are two completely different things. First off, the Huion Tablet needs a computer to work. It doesn't work alone by itself like an iPad does. An iPad is a little powerhouse computer. It's an all-around writing, drawing, productivity, non-computer computer tool. They are two different things that behave and work differently.
Very.
Yeah, just getting that out of the way. So Here
Yes.
we go. We're going to start with iPads. Now, we have an iPad Pro. The iPad Pro is incredible. We lived on the iPad for years when our computer died, and we were still able to do our art, upload, and create comics on Webtoons, and even edit videos on the thing. It can do it.
Can do it all very, very well.
Yeah. So there are limits with it, though. There are limits with file size and the amount of layers you can use in programs, especially depending on how large you're working. For example, in Procreate, it tells you how many layers you can use once you build it, but when you're making a comic and want to start putting pictures and text and speech bubbles and backgrounds, these things add up and you have to start figuring out workarounds and merging layers. It gets tricky, and you end up using a lot of brain power, and then it just gets complicated.
Yeah. A little too complicated sometimes.
Yeah.
Get lost.
Yeah, it can kind of screw up your productivity. But when you use a tablet, when you use a Huion tablet with a computer, you don't really have to worry about any of that. They even have just, we use Clip Studio, and in it they have a Webtoon webcomic long format button, and you just can click on it. So you can just dive right into whatever you're working on. We had to figure all of that out ourselves when we were using Procreate on our iPads. But here are the funny things when you get so accustomed to using an iPad.
Yeah. It's a way of life.
Yeah. You get locked into how to use it, and you practically forget how to use a regular computer. You just start squinting at the bar on the top, looking at it like, what are all those tabs? And
subtools inside of subtools inside of subtools.
yeah.
A lot of subtools.
You don't know what to do. It was kind of embarrassing, and I felt a bit ashamed. And even though I'm on a computer all the time, I also forgot how to use one. It was just very much, hello, computer.
So quaint.
Yeah.
Scotty.
Yeah. Don't be was perfect.
Good.
Also, the second biggest funny thing about it is when you get so accustomed to using an iPad, you start doing everything, like the double tap. You start double tapping and using all the hand gestures on things that don't need hand gestures. So yeah, all of that becomes used on everything, even paper. I sketch and sometimes find myself double tapping for erasing when I need to just turn my pencil around and actually use the eraser. So careful, you start tapping on things and you can't move an eye up.
Versatellers.
Yeah.
Doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
You can try.
Perfectly put and so true. But with an iPad, you can just take the iPad everywhere with you. It's just the most awesome transportation happy device. You could pop it in your bag and take it with you anywhere. And with Huion tablets, with the computer, it's just a totally different thing. It's a powerhouse. It's professional, and there's no moving from the desk. With ours, it's the 24K, and it's not going anywhere, except around on its arm. But it makes work easier, and it gives us more options with our programs. We love Clip Studio, and it works well for us. The tablet is easier to use in so many different ways. There is a different learning curve with it because it's a different tool, but nothing too difficult. Like, for example, drawing with a keypad or using another program you haven't previously used before. So not big.
Yeah. It's just the, hotkeys being able to just get associated with that. And yeah, the more you use any device and any program, you're going to actually learn more, and it'll just, that's a learning curve.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, cool.
Yeah, so the Huion Tablet makes the job easier, and you don't have any limitations. You are free. You can see the art better and the icons. You don't have any limitations to how you want to do your work, as long as your computer has enough gigabytes and RAM. So, our conclusions.
Yes.
We think that the ultimate freedom, no art limitations with the computer, is the Huion Tablet wins on that. And the ultimate transportation, art and work powerhouse with size limits would be the iPad Pro.
True. Well, I will say the iPads that we use are the 2018 model that has the A12X Bionic, and absolutely amazing, chip in there. If you look at Geekbench scores, they are and were as powerful as laptops. And you notice that it's kind of like, okay, so you've got this incredibly powerful, capable device that sort of over time you're starting to see how something is limiting it. Well, what is limiting it is Apple. They put restrictions on developers so they weren't able to have access to the full RAM capabilities on the device because they want the entire experience of the iPad to run smoothly and equivalently. I do know that the new M1s have an update that Apple's allowed certain developers to have full access to the RAM. So when you're using, certain programs, they're not going to limit you as much. But I will say that we use our iPads all the time. We are right now on them. Basically, there are, our teleprompters, in a way.
Yes.
So it's kind of like, they're a very useful device, in not just this way, of course, as a teleprompter, but writing things, everything.
Yeah,
it's a
taking
wonderful
notes,
device.
drawing, everything.
Everything. Really. It really is. I want to say one thing is that I will not personally be buying an iPad Pro.
Gasp.
And again, my reasoning is that I would personally rather not feel that limitation that an iPad will have and always. There's going to be limitations there. Maybe way off in the future when they're really making them, really capable, they will have the same capabilities as, a laptop with some sort of a screen display that you can draw on with. I do know that Huion has just come out with 13 and 16-inch 2K screens that can plug into your laptop or your desktop. Now, that is what I will be getting next, personally, is my personal opinion. Because if I were to actually get a device that would be mimicking sort of the use scenarios of the iPads that we're using now and the iPads die, I would be getting an iPad Air. You can still use the Apple II Pencil, and you still have all of that program, accessibility that you've had in the past. So I will definitely say both devices are absolutely capable, and they are equivalently amazing in their own right.
Yes.
So don't think you're limited by either one.
Yes.
But also realize that the higher level work that you're wanting to do, because you as an artist will progress, you will probably see some of those same limitations we saw on the iPad.
Yeah.
So, but don't let any of that limit your artistic creativity.
Yeah, and it also depends on situation or just yeah.
Yeah. So, that's pretty much it.
Yeah,
I think.
We hope this helps you.
Yeah, we hope everybody or someone gets something out of this
Yeah.
as advice from us and our trials and tribulations of going through so much and dealing with so many things.
Yeah. Yes.
So yeah.
So like and subscribe.
Please do.
If this video helps you.
Thank you.
MossCharmly out.
It was a good one. I liked it. It was good.